Echo here. Welcome back to my channel, and today it is story time Sunday. So today I'm going to be discussing a story about my life that's going to be very interesting and funny. So yeah, but before we get into that, could y'all please go follow my TikTok right there and subscribe to my channel. So without further ado, let's get started into the story. Okay, so it might be multiple stories because it's not all in the same category. So it's gonna be like multiple little short stories. So the first story is going to be me when I was about 7, maybe 8 years old. We used to go to Anacostia Park, right, to have fun and stuff like that. So I love the swings. That's my favorite part of the playground is the swings. Like if we had a playground, I just be waiting like it's like you taking forever on the swing. Like could you like hurry up, like vominos, like come on. What is you doing? So I was on the swing, swinging with my brother and stuff like that. He was on the swing beside me. So he was like, you know what? He's like, Mariah. I was like, what? He's like, I could jump off this swing. I was like, do it, right? Like, do it. Go ahead, do it. So he did it. I was like, oh yeah, bet. I was like, I can do that too, right? If he can do it, I can do it. I'm older. So yeah, I'm swinging, but I didn't realize I was swinging so high. He was swinging low. He wasn't trying to tell me, Mariah, you too high. No, he gonna let me do some dumb stuff. So I'm swinging all high and stuff. I'm like up here and still thinking I can jump off, So I'm up here. I jump. The floor, don't you know the floors that they be having on the little kiddie playgrounds? It's like soft little rocks. So that's not the type of floor that you need to grip your feet on in the first place. So that's rule. That I messed up right there by that. So yeah. And then I had some slippery shoes. I don't remember what shoes I had on, but I know they were slippery. So I landed on the ground with my feet, right? But I didn't stay on my feet. My feet said swoop, like that. It said swoop. I landed so hard on my butt. Like when I tell you I landed so hard, my breath was I knocked all the breath out of my body to the point I was like I had asthma or something. I don't even got asthma, bro, but like I knocked all breath out of my body. And it stays for like, I'm telling you, it stays for like at least 2 minutes, bro. And your back is hurting. Your back is like, it's like, dang. It feel like your back is broken. I'm telling you, it's like, I was like, I couldn't even, you can't talk because you have no breath. I had to wait till the breath got back in my body. I could not talk. I was like, I don't even remember what my brother was doing. I don't know if he was laughing. I don't know what he was doing, but he probably was laughing at me. I was so hurt, bruh. I landed right on my butt, but your butt wasn't even hurting. It was your back, bruh. That joint was like, I was like, what is going on? In my head, I'm like, I'm about to cry. I'm really about to cry. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm about to die. I feel like I was about to die. I was about to go up. I was about to go upstairs, bro. So yeah, that was the end of that. And then I shook it off because, it wore off. But it took like at least 2 minutes to wear off, bro. So yeah, I'm like, I'm okay. You talking like... So yeah, then okay, next I'm in 7th grade right now. So I'm like 7th grade. I was like 13. Yeah, I was 13. So it was field day for us, right? We was having fun, stuff like that. So we go to the Anacostia skating rink side. So we skating and stuff like that. We having fun. We lit. I could skate, not like that, but I could skate. So we having fun. And people want to get behind me. Because, like, if you ever seen roll bounce, like, them tricks they be doing, or ATL, when they be in, a train, right? Like, it's all the people behind you and you in front. So we was doing that. I was in front, though. I was in the front. Then people started just building up behind me. I was like, oh, yeah, I know how to do this joint. And I be seeing it in the movies. I was like, oh, I'm sweet as shit right now, right? So I'm going, and I could have sworn somebody called my name. I swear somebody said, Mariah. So I look around for 1 second. I said, huh? I bust my dollar sign, bro. I'm telling you. I turned around for 1 second and boom. The same thing happened to me when I was little. I was like, but this time people was around to help. They was like, it was my friend right here, They was like, oh my God. They was like, are you okay? They was like, what you got, an asthma? I was like, I couldn't speak. So I was like, oh God. I'm like, not this again. Oh my God, it hurts. And it feel like you're about to die. I'm like, and they said, help her up. So they helped me up and they set me on the steps. And I'm still like, they was like, should we go get help? I was like, no, I'm okay. I was like, I'm okay. But, you know, I'm not talking regular like I'm talking right now. I'm talking like, I'm okay. I'm fine. I was gone, bro. The next story would be, okay, so when I was like 10 years old, right, I found out this little trick. So it's something you do with your foot. Everybody could do it, I think, for real. All you gotta do is just bend your toe.
What?
But I was on my bed one day just chilling. But I was like, maybe I could do something with my toe, right? So I'm like pushing it. I'm like, not all my toes, just my big toe, right? So I'm pushing it down, right? So then I keep pushing it. When I tell you I pushed it to the limit, and like right here in the middle, it's stuck. It was literally like stuck this way, like only my big toe though. All right here in the middle of your foot is hurt. It's like, dang, that's like what? And it makes you want to cry. You really be wanting to cry, like, oh my God. It'd be like, oh, and you gotta shake it out a little bit so it can get back to normal. You be like, come on, cause that joint be hurting. And I used to do it on purpose too. I don't know why. I used to do it on purpose because I used to be like, is it gonna do it again? So I used to like do it on purpose and stuff like that. Next story would be, okay, I don't know why, but I did something so stupid. So I'm like maybe 7 years old right here. Cause you know, I don't know. I was doing some stupid stuff when I was a kid, bro. I'm telling you. I got my hands in my shirt, right? Like how you be putting if you cold. I'm like this. My feet is on my bed like this. And I'm like this with my hands, right? And I'm rocking back and forth. So I'm like, this a cool little ride.
Boy, if you don't get...
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna happen for real. Out of nowhere, I fall forward. I'm like, oh, because I'm see myself falling forward, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to bump my head, right? So I'm thinking I'm just about to bump my head. No, that's not what happened. I don't know how. I don't know how this happened, but okay, I'm rocking and I fall, but I fall on my mouth. I didn't fall on my head. I fell on my mouth right there. And they hit me I'm like this on the floor crying. I'm like, and they hit me. So they came in here running. They're like, Mariah, what's going on? What's wrong? And they helped me up because my hand, mind you, my hands are still in my shirt. That's how I felt in the first place. My hands are still in my shirt. So I'm like, then they pick me up. They see my whole, like right here, went like through my lip. It went, I don't know how I fell so hard. I was on a bunk bed, but I was at the bottom. I don't know how that happened. How did I fall so hard? I still don't know to this day if I was on the bottom. It's not like I was at the top. I was at the bottom, so I don't know how that happened. Like, so yeah, they picked me up and my teeth went through my lip. It was like right here. I remember looking in a mirror and I saw that. I was so scared. I was like, what's going on? So they took me to the sink and it didn't like go like actually like went through like a piercing, but it was like stuck in there. So they took me to the sink to go wash my mouth and stuff like that, and eventually it stopped doing it. And I had a big bump in my lip, on my lip, in it. It was like so big. It was like I still got it. You see it? It was so much bigger than that, but now I'm growing up, so it's getting like smaller. But yeah, bruh, I was so scared. I thought I was about to die again. this should be the last story. We at a restaurant, right? And I did this plenty of times. I don't know why. Something in my head just say, do it, Mariah. Just go ahead and do it. Even though it's stupid, you should still do it. Even though it might hurt you, you should still do it. The little voice in my head that just say, do it.
That's tough.
If that voice don't shut his mouth, making myself get hurt. And I did this at home too. I'm in a chair, right? You know them chairs that you pull up. They got holes in them. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm young too, so I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, it would be cool if I could stick my elbow through the holes in the chair and take that back. I'm like, that's smart. No, it's not. It's not smart. Do not try it home. So, cause I put it through there, right? So I'm like, oh, it went through. I'm like, ah. I'm like, okay, come out now. That is stuck. It is stuck. I'm like, but I don't want my father to see because he probably gonna whoop my butt. So I'm like, I don't want nobody to see because my siblings, they be snitching too. So I'm like, come on, come on. And then they looked at me and said, Mariah, what did you do? I'm like, my elbow got stuck in the chair. My elbow we was all trying to push that joint out. It finally came out, but it was hurt, and they told me not to do it again. But I did do it again at home this time. I put it through that joint. This one was even harder because I got older. So it was even harder to take out. When I tell you we was all pushing, it still didn't come out this time. So this time we had to get Vaseline or like some lotion and then put it on my arm so we could squeeze it out. Like push it out. Because you know, when you put it's soft. So we had to push it out. Man, I'm telling you. I did some rough stuff when I was little. I'm telling you, bro. So, that's the end of this video. Now y'all know I'm an idiot. Like I said at the beginning, please go follow my TikTok because I'm going to be doing more videos on there. I'm going to be more active for y'all. And there's some TikToks on there that's really fun. So, yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, please. And that's the end of this video. So, thank you for watching. And bye. Come again.
Let's talk about love. Is it anything and everything you offer?